Oh, we're recording. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Morning Woods. Thanks for coming. Today we have my friend and producer, Zach Meyer, in the hot seat. Dude, what is up?
What is up?
Dude, long weekend, huh?
Long weekend, last minute cancellations.
Last minute
We gotta
cancellations.
make shit work.
We got to make this work. Yeah, not everybody could be here tonight. That's okay. We're here. We're making it happen. We're doing a solo episode for you. It's not solo because I have my sidekick right here. I have Robin. He looks like he eats robin eggs for breakfast, just raw.
Shit.
Is that a dinosaur egg? I'd like to have a bite of that. Yeah, man.
As John likes to call me, Fat Jamie.
Hey, Fat Jamie, Google that for me.
Yeah, I was like...
That was funny.
Yeah, this guy's just a regular old crack up, isn't he?
Yeah, that was a good episode. That was fun, dude.
It was a lot of fun.
I can't wait to get some of those clips out. And I hope you guys are watching the clips too at home. I feel like some of these episodes I'm just like talking to the guest, but I do know that there are people watching and listening. So this is an episode just for you guys. You know, are you watching? Where are you watching? Where are you subscribing? Comment on this. Give us feedback. Let us know if you think Zach needs to lose weight because, you know, even though he's behind the camera, we all want him to be healthy. So you guys comment below and let us know. We'll do a challenge. He's like, it's challenging just to go into the store and not buy candy. It's like, I face challenges every day.
I'm like the punching bag of this motherfucker. And you see all this shit in front of me, I could ruin your day real quick.
Yeah, he's like, dude, I will delete this. I will fucking...
Just one button.
Soul files are gone. Yeah, we had fun over the weekend. People don't know, so I'll explain to them. But we were on the road for a couple days. We did a mic in Nashville. We also saw Chris DiStefano at Zany's, which is a killer show. All together, right? Very professional. All the acts crushed it.
Like, even the host.
That girl. I don't know her name.
We need to find out her name.
She's so funny.
She was, like, that was probably one of the best hosting sets that I've ever seen at a comedy show.
I thought the same thing. Literally, she was so professional. Was really silly with her facial expressions and came out being really silly and then got a little bit dark and had some pretty cool jokes towards the end that I think people were really on board with her because she had already been, like, silly and bubbly and... Yeah, super good set. Saw Dom DePetto, which I never even heard of him, but dude, he is a fucking killer.
Yeah, he
might have had a better set than DiStefano, if we're being honest.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that.
I might say I think I am saying that. I think I love Chrissy D, but a lot of those stories, you know, because I follow him and stuff. A lot of those stories is stuff that you can already kind of hear through his podcast,
right?
And I'm sure Dom DePetto has a lot of stuff out there too, but I just haven't ever studied him. So for me to see it all brand new like that, I thought it was
But
I
think that, like, the more and more we do stuff like this, like, we're going to be telling stories. We're going to be adding it to our bits too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's just like, it's just going to, like, I guarantee you we're going to talk about something that happened this weekend in one of our bits.
Yeah.
And, like, it's going to be like one of those things like, oh, I heard this before, but how are we going to perform it different?
Right.
And, like I said, I've heard, like you said, I've heard a lot of the stuff, like, on his Hey Babe podcast, like...
Yeah, or him being guest on other shows and telling those stories, which is all authentic. It's cool. And it was cool seeing him live. I thought it was... He was great.
But, like, I mean, like, maybe these podcasts are like his open mic.
It is. Because, I was thinking that. It started making me think, like, should I be running bits when I'm on other people's shows?
That's exactly. You should be. I honestly think that these podcasts are like their open mic. Like, like you could see... Like, let's just say they do, like, 3 different podcasts a week. That's what we're doing in real life. Like, I mean, like, we can't work out. We can't tell if we're being funny or not.
That's true. No.
So,
and, like, I thought it was funny also that Chris DiStefano has a bit very similar to... It's not really a bit, but I was thinking about turning it into a bit. But we mentioned this on the last episode about when my dad would go to, like, the China buffet, he'd be like, yeah, I'm still mad at him for bombing the harbor, so I'm going to go super hard today, which is a little bit different than what he said. But his dad basically won't eat Chinese food because he's still mad about them bombing the harbor. Yeah. But it was just, like, so close that I was like...
It was very similar. Like,
yeah,
I was like, wow. Like,
well, it's just that old generation, they talk different.
Right.
You know, they were like... A lot of people were like that, so... But obviously, I probably won't ever use that as a bit now, even though it was funny, just because I saw him do it, so it's like it's his bit, obviously. But yeah, I thought that was interesting.
But Nashville's a great city.
What a fucking crazy town, dude.
Dude, like
what a crazy town.
Like I passed through there. I'd gone to the Opry and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'd never seen downtown, and I thought Memphis's nightlife was fantastic. This was a whole nother level. Like they had Kid Rock's bar has 4 levels in it.
Dude, I got lost going up those stairs.
Yeah, 4 levels. All of them have a bar with a different band playing on each level.
Yeah, and then when we made it to the roof, you could see the whole city. It was beautiful.
Every single bar down the thing has different music coming out. So, like, as soon as you pass a different bar, there's one song playing, and then there's a punk rock song playing, and then there's a there's country music playing, and then there's like a blues.
I would say
it was
just
so
guesstimating.
insane.
I would say there was 30 different bands working that night, or more, maybe
just on
on
Broadway
Broadway alone.
We don't even know what was on the next level. Like,
we don't. Yeah, I was gonna say
there's multiple buildings like that had party spots on every single level, and like
put it this way, there was a million plus people walking around down there. I mean, it was nuts.
I wouldn't say
you don't think it was a million.
But I'd say about a good 5% of them were Bills fans.
Dude, there was a lot of Bills fans. And speaking of that, my man Zach here. Now, I guess we haven't ever talked about. I'm not a sports guy. I like to watch boxing. I like UFC and stuff like that. But Zach here loves football. And he was playing a prank on all these Bills fans. And he would walk up to him. Should we just show it? Do you want to send me? Why is this Wiling Out picture up here? Do you see that in the background? It's a show from a couple months ago that they did.
Let's promote it.
They did it. Well, they did it. I was supposed to. I think I posted about it because Erica asked us in the group to post about it. But you want to send me some of those?
I can. Do you want to put it in post or
you can send them? We'll just play them live. Yeah. Okay. We'll just bullshit. Basically, I'll give them the gist of it though. So basically, there was just a ton of drunk Bills fans, and they were mobbing. I mean, they'd be like 10 deep. Usually it was a lot of them all at once, and you could tell because they were all wearing fucking blue and red. But Zach was going up to them and saying, "Go Browns!" And like the reaction was gold. It's like their faces. They have to take a split second to like. There's like a twitch where they're like, "Dude, go!" Like they want to do it, but they had to like physically stop themselves from responding to you because they're like, "No." No, besides that, there was one dude, though, where he got you.
It's going to be the second one.
It was early in the morning the next day. Yeah, the next day. And Zach was like, he tried to get him, but the dude was too quick.
Okay, so the third one, or the first one from the top, is the one that was like.
Are they on Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook Messenger. Here, I want to switch you over so you can see if.
I only see the one.
Well, it should send up the other. There you go.
The first one is the.
The first one from the top. That's not it.
Oh, he said, "Let's go." He was not happy with you.
No, not at all.
Clearly not happy.
We can actually see it in this shot too, and.
Oh, he didn't even say anything. He shook his head. He was like, "Oh, why am I high-fiving this motherfucker?"
He had his hand up already, like,
and he shook his head at himself.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh man, I'm just an idiot right now.
I made a mistake."
The other one is the one that.
Sorry, he said sorry. That was my favorite one. You think you did it?
Then the second guy is the one that got me.
You did it probably 5 or 6 times, though, maybe more.
Yeah, but I only got a couple on video.
He didn't take a fucking split second to think about it. He was like, "Nah, go Bills.
No, go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go fuck yourself."
Yeah, definitee a New Yorker. You could tell by his accent.
Look at his face.
He's like, "The fuck?
The fuck are you doing, you fucking smoke?"
He's like, "I can't believe you're gonna fucking waste my day. I'm trying to make it to the steakhouse. You're gonna fuck with me.
I'm trying to get some barbecue here."
Nope. He noped you. He said we're gonna nip that right in the butt. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, dude, wait, what about that crazy lady we saw down there talking to herself? Do you have that too?
I was kind of wasted in this one though.
That was interesting. Yeah.
Like
you're like, I don't want to look bad here.
No, I was wasted. Like,
well, we walked past this lady and she was cussing us out, and she was like, "You're all fuckers. You're all going to hell." Yeah, and she had her hair in her face, and she was just super creepy, older drunk lady.
It's sending.
Okay,
it should be.
It just takes a second. Sometimes.
But Yeah, and then we seen her the next day when she was done with her meth high or whatever the fuck she was.
Yeah,
and
she was homeless, but she had a new outfit on.
No, she had the same outfit on.
I thought she was
that's
wearing
why
something different.
That's why I recognized her, because she didn't have her hair in her face and she was still wearing the pink jumpsuit.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, okay, someone sobered up.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest right here. You look fucking hammered.
Dude, I was.
Look at your
I
face.
better be fucking hammered after how much those drinks cost down there.
$12 fucking.
$12 for
Sometimes it was like 15. Some
15, yeah,
places.
15. Like that old red. Like I got.
Three Bud Lights and 2
those
drinks.
girls 3 Bud Lights because some guy had cut them in line. I was like, well, I'll show you some Midwest hospitality.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was thinking it was going like 3 Bud Lights. I thought it was going to be like
$10.
$10.
That's yeah.
I get 2 drinks for us and the 3 Bud Lights, and she says $45.
Bud Lights are like $8.
Right.
Yeah.
Like this is like ballpark prices. Like
yeah, it was crazy.
Like I'm like, dude, where's the dive bar at? Like we can go to Carmichael's and get plastered. Like the 4 of us could get plastered for $45.
Right. Yeah, dude, that whole town was wild, dude. It was just fun walking through there and just people watching. And but let's play this clip real quick because this is pretty funny.
All of us are fuckers, aren't we?
She said, "You're a monster."
You're not. She said, "You're not an officer," and I said, "Yes, I am."
All of us are fuckers, aren't we?
I am an officer. You impersonated a police officer, Zach.
I did not. I just said I was an
felony.
officer. No, you can be an officer. You can be a security officer.
But you're not anymore, though.
I still have my card.
You should have pulled it out on her.
I still have my card, so
I'm just giving
technically
you
I
shit.
am.
You know what, Zach? I'm going to call the police and report this right now. I don't think this is fair. I don't think this is fair to the other officers out there who are working hard.
I'm a security officer in Vegas, still licensed.
You still licensed?
Yeah.
You should go out there and just show up to some places and just start guarding it. They're like, dude, who are you? And you're like, yeah, I'm
Do you know how like
freelance.
Do you know how easy it is to get into events wearing that uniform though? Like
I saw
legit.
Ocean's 11.
No, it's just like it's not just Ocean's 11. Like you can like just depending on the company.
Yeah.
Like if you work for that company and you hear that they're doing security for this event that night, you can literally put on a uniform. Or you can network with people and grab one of their uniforms and just walk in.
No shit.
They do not check you for shit.
Especially if you're wearing a security outfit.
100%.
You could have a gun on you. You could be robbing the place.
No,
anything.
I wouldn't say like that, but like they don't check you for shit. Like
you mean like
EDC,
ID wise and stuff,
but
or
EDC?
Yeah.
If the traffic wasn't 2 hours back from where like I would have gone to EDC for free.
Yeah.
I knew people who just walked in with their uniforms. Then you just seen them partying right afterwards.
Then they take that shit right off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or they'll be partying in it, or you think they'll just like strip down out of the uniform once they get to the venue?
Oh, they'll just go right into the middle of the venue and just strip off.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many people there that
It don't even matter.
yeah, it doesn't like yeah. Yeah, but Nashville's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
We went to Coco's Cafe for open mic.
Yeah, that was a good mic, dude.
Yeah,
Those comics down there
was-
are cool. They have a nice scene in Nashville, dude.
They really do, and it's all organized. Like they have a website. They don't have like a Facebook page. They say flat out, go to this website.
Right. Which I wish it made me look at the South differently too. Not just, I mean, it's just it's a big city.
Well, Nashville is more of like a liberal South.
Yeah, no, it's like being like, I felt like I was like
But-
Chicago or something. It was like
but
not
that's all-
that big, but it felt
It's
like
more of a liberal South like place, but the comics, like you could see that they were pushing the limit without everybody getting offended.
yeah, they definitely were. And even some of the offensive stuff I was saying, like they were low key on board with it. And I was like,
100%, yeah.
I was like, this is a good place to do comedy.
100%.
If you're able to be like, free with the stuff that you're trying out. Otherwise, how are we going to know what's funny and what's not if we're fucking offended at everything someone says?
I think the best bit of advice I got was from Vince Morris, and he said, let them go up there and say whatever the fuck they want to say. Everything will sort itself out.
Yep, that's true.
Everything will sort itself out. Let it be like people knowing what you said up there. If you're going to get your ass beat after the show or anything like that. Like just like that was the best bit of advice that like he could have said. Like Just let him get up there and everything will sort itself out.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking to myself, like, you're right. Like,
in that same regard, I remember we were actually listening to Jim Norton last night, and it might have been his Degenerates special on Netflix.
yeah.
And he said something along the lines of, he had a joke about cancer or something, and he was like, "Oh, people always say that's not funny. You shouldn't make jokes about that." And he's like, "That's wrong. That's the wrong mind state because just because it's not funny
You keep
in
on saying
itself."
that. It's not mind state, it's state of mind.
Oh, state of mind. Yeah.
You
You know what? I'm not an educated man.
You said that in the middle of Nashville too. Like we were sitting there and like I thought you were just stoned.
I probably was though. Low key. I've been smoking a lot lately.
State of mind.
Yeah, it's my mind state. Is that wrong?
I think so.
It might be.
Should I Google it?
My mind state's not.
Oh shit! My computer decided to reboot.
Oh, okay. I was like, "What's going on over here? You playing Madden?" You're like, "I'm gonna get a quick game in." Just asked away. I like to be in the zone. But yeah. What were you saying about like Jim Norton and I mean, and even having Dave Chappelle say all the things that he said recently, and then fighting back against the cancel culture.
And he even used him as an example. He used a whole bunch of people as an example.
Yeah, Louis C.K., Chappelle,
stuff like that. Like,
yeah, they can say all this shit, but then I forget exactly what he says, and I wish I knew because I'd like to make this point right now. But I think the overall point that I'm trying to make is that, you know, we should be able to say whatever we want. Our freedom of speech now ends where someone else's begins, and that's not the way it started. That's not how this country was built, and that's not how people communicate, really. Like, you know, we should be able to kind of be free as artists, if anything. If you want to shut everybody else up, cool, but how are we supposed to make sense of the changes in the world if we're not able to do this? That's what comics are for. We're like public figures who make sense of the new things that are happening in life, you know, to some degree or another.
Like, I took a 4-year hiatus from this shit.
Yeah.
Man. Like, so, like, it was like coming out brand new all over again, not knowing what I can't say because of cancel culture and like the way that everybody's offended over everything. It wasn't like that 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It really wasn't. It literally just like...
There's so many movies from the 90s and shit that, like Mars Attacks even. There's so many movies, like badass flicks that we loved as kids, iconic, funny movies, that if you look back now, you're like, oh, shit, I can't believe they said that. I can, because people fucking talk differently then. You know, like people fucking talk differently in the 60s too, and in the 30s and the 40s. And
that's one thing that like I really look at. Like you look at movies like Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
And like you just like, if we made that today, like
there's no way
people's heads would explode.
There's no way. And this is the thing. Not only does culture change, language changes too with every generation. You know? And that's a big part about all this. It's like we're saying, oh, what was that, I wonder?
Probably saying that your SD card's full.
Probably. Is it still on? You want to slide it back over?
We're plugged in.
Both the cameras are live, then we don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool. Zoom's still recording.
Yep.
You know what? We don't have any technical difficulties, guys. Anyone who's listened to like all these, they're like, yeah, at least one time during every episode we've had a little glitch or something.
I mean, this.
But they get better every time.
It's going to be a work in progress. Like you see, like all these like early podcasts that are now getting millions of views,
right?
Like, just from their clips. Like, look where they started.
Yeah.
Like they're on couches. They're on couches with microphones that. Like,
yeah, like USB mics
that
and
could
shit.
barely pick up what they're saying.
Using webcams, and now they're like multi-million-dollar studios.
100%.
Yeah.
Like that's why I need to quit saying that because I've been listening to Bert too much.
100%.
100%. But yeah, like it just going back to that, like it's hard because you don't know what you can and cannot say, and then you got people. I want to use an example like John Morris.
Yeah.
He gets on here, doesn't give a fuck what he says about anybody or anything.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh well, nobody's going to watch this anyway." I'm like,
"You don't know that."
Yeah, thanks, guy.
Yeah.
But,
he's like, "Thanks for the confidence boost, bud." I got a good feeling about this show, dude. I'm really glad that you joined me on this project. I feel like, you know, I've had so many projects. This is my third podcast, and this is the one that I think third time's the charm is really going to work out and be successful. Because, you know, and I did a ton of musical projects and so many things in my career that, like, I did it on my own so much. that like it gets tiring after a while of just trying to be a one-man band. So being able to have somebody have my back on the cameras and like on the fact checking and stuff like that, so I could focus on the interviews and be with the guests, you know, and also having you chime in every now and then, helping us. Yeah, it's a lot, bro. I'm glad you're on this project for sure.
I appreciate it too, man. Like, I mean, it's just that it's cool being a part of something that's like has the potential to be big. Like I do Caveman Media podcast with my sister's husband. And
Yeah, shout out to the guys.
Yeah, shout out to Caveman Media. I got you guys.
You guys gotta have me on sometime.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Even though you don't do the whole sports thing, but
you guys can explain sports to me.
But like we have like we've had other like Wyatt really isn't a sports guy. He likes MMA. Like
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I watch boxing and shit. Combat sports.
But like we got like I want to have like people who have the potential to blow up on stuff like that. Like I want them to like meet and greet whoever's there and stuff like that. Because like you did our 100th episode celebration, which that was pretty dope.
That was a fun show. It was cool doing comedy in that little dive. Like those people were into it.
I really think that I want to work on it, but I really think that we should do like a showcase there or something.
I think so too.
Like bi-monthly or something like that.
I think Jeff just said something about doing a show there, so you might want to work that out before someone else does.
No, Jeff, he has Carmichael's.
Right, exactly.
I'm calling you out right now, Jeff. You're staying the fuck out of West Carrollton. Stay on your side of town.
Stay on this side of the river, you piece of shit.
That's my side of the tracks, you mook. Look like the fucking
moly.
The fucking that's what the guy really wanted to say to me.
What's the dude who's like, go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Bills. Looking for a Philly cheesesteak sandwich shop. You guys seen it around here? Speaking of, what was that barbecue joint we got right downtown? Jack's Barbecue?
I think so.
God damn, it was so good, bro. So fucking good.
And that's probably not even one of the better ones.
No, it was just a little hole in the wall.
That's what like I told my friend that lived down in Memphis that where we got our barbecue from.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Oh, that isn't even like the good fucking barbecue spot."
Yeah,
it was so fucking good.
It was amazing. It was some of the best barbecue I've ever
better than
had.
anything around here.
Oh, easily.
And like, there's some good barbecue spots around here.
No, dude, I had this Carolina sauce that typically it's like more yellow, mustardy. It's real sweet. This is like a dark orange. It was like fucking molasses in there. There was like some heat in there. Dude, it was some of the best Carolina sauce that I've ever had, legit. And that pulled pork shoulder was fucking crazy, bro. It was outstanding. When you have a big bunch of barbecue too, and a bunch of slaw or veggies, that shit sticks to your ribs. You know, when you have like a sandwich like that, that's a meal that, you know, a fucking farmer eats. And, you know, them southern boys down there having them cues.
Right. Then we
I don't mean
made
LGBTQs.
our way back up to
I'm not saying there's not.
We made our way up to Louisville, and that's an interesting town too. Mm-hmm. I mean, like especially the part that we went to. Like,
yeah, that was kind of run down, wasn't it?
It was different.
It was ran the fuck down. Like, to be honest, I don't know if we were on the wrong side of the tracks. I'm sure Louisville has good parts too, but
like down where they have the Derby and stuff, like I heard it is like a really nice nightlife, kind of similar to like one of those streets, like what was it, Broadway in Nashville, and Beale Street down in Memphis. Like my mom even said that, did you hang out in Louisville? She's like, that's one of my favorite cities to hang out in. And I'm like,
you didn't go where we went, Mom.
No, you did not go where we went.
We were in the kind of like the hood of it, and usually when you think of hoods in Kentucky, it's not neighborhoods.
No.
It's like a different kind of hood. You know, ones with fucking eye holes cut out of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was just like, but it was not that kind of
walking into that Dollar General was like
it was surreal.
It was insane.
Yeah.
Because they literally had nothing on the shelves.
They weren't stocked at all. And it was like, like what you said, it's scary to think that every store in America could look like that someday. And I'd never even had that picture in my mind until we saw that.
I mean, I really think that they just have the shit. They just don't have people working enough
to put it away.
Or
that they have a lot of theft.
Why the fuck would you want to go work at Dollar General for $12 an hour when McDonald's is hiring for $14, $15?
Mm-hmm. And a lot of those
stuff
places
like
have
that.
like factories and whiskey,
Yeah, exactly.
whiskey distilleries in town, build beer distilleries.
100%. Yeah.
There's
like,
yeah,
I need to quit saying that. I keep on saying
100%.
It's stuck in my head. Like I was talking to my friend the other day. I was like, we turned like 29, and you started listening to David Goggins, and I started deep diving in on Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, and you can see where we
And
went.
you can see where we went. I got fatter, and you're running marathons now. Like I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Hey, life happens in waves,
Yeah,
though.
like
You get your ebbs and
just-
flows.
I just turned 30, and I'm like, dude, like I totally listen to the wrong people to listen to.
Yeah. Do you think that, like, I mean, there's kind of proof of it right now. Like, you've been listening to Bert like crazy, and now you're like repeating this phrase, and you don't sound like him, and no one's really associating it but you.
In my head, hear it.
Do you think, now on that same thought, do you think, to follow up with that we listen to people that we're like inspired by, an artist that we look up to, and then we absorb some of that somewhere along the line, more than just phrasing and things, like you pick up certain cadences or the way that like they write.
And that's one of my biggest fears. Like I'll just say I'm an open micer as an open micer comic. Like I don't want to take anybody's shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to use anybody's shit because it's an art. Like it's like me saying like I painted the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
It's like that's the way I look at it. Like and that's why I always like go in on hecklers and shit like that, because like you wouldn't go to an art exhibit and bring your own paintbrush and paint over somebody else's fucking art.
Yeah.
And that's when you're talking during shows, unless you're asked. Like if you're asked, then by all means, like paint away. But if you're just interrupting someone's act, you don't know how hard that they have been rehearsing that act and how quick they can forget 2-3 minutes of material.
Yeah. You just blank out while you're up there.
And you just ruin what could have been a great painting.
You mean like a heckler?
Yeah.
People, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like people might think it's funny. They might think it's cute and stuff like that, but it's really not.
There was a dude heckling. He wasn't there when I was on stage because I don't think I heard him. And like the show filled out as I was like kind of getting off and as Jeff Bodar was going on. And then when Rudick got on, there was probably another 5 or 6 people had showed up by the end of the show. And there was a dude sitting right next to me in the middle table. And he just kept heckling, but it wasn't loud. He was just doing social commentary on all the Rudick's jokes. And by the way, shout out Andrew Rudick and Jeff Bodar. Those dudes fucking crushed on Saturday in Louisville. Super fun show. Super fun show to be a part of. I'm thankful that I got to do that. It was really cool. Kentucky's a fun place to do comedy. Those people are they're ready to hear whatever down there. Like they're wild. They was into
show.
it. Yeah, it was a
good.
fun show. But yeah, I think that's bullshit, man. It's like Rudick handled it well. He didn't even bat an eye. He didn't even talk to him during crowd work or anything. He knew what to do. He ignored the guy. But like
he made everybody feel so awkward that they wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
And like I appreciate,
he sets the
like,
tone when he comes out.
When he comes out,
You
like
guys think I'm creepy?
Yeah,
So
like,
funny.
dude. It's like at first I'm like, what the fuck did Johnny bring me to?
I was like, he's the headliner.
I was like, what the fuck? Like and then like he just started murdering.
He started getting into those
started
bits.
killing, and like I wouldn't be able to heckle a man like that. Like
Yeah.
especially when he comes out and he's like if you put face paint on him, he could have been Pennywise from fucking
Right.
It.
When he first came, yeah.
When he first came out.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, what the fuck did he bring me to?
I think what he does is like so good because he comes out and he's like, listen, this is me. I'm going to say a couple of weird things, not even any jokes up front. I'm just going to be weird and you guys are going to get me. And then once I got you, then we're going to get into some jokes.
Exactly.
And structurally, he's a great writer too.
Oh, 100%.
On top of the fact that he's goofy, he's just a fucking good writer.
The thumb joke had me in tears.
Thumb joke was,
had me in tears.
I think
when he was
did he
doing the
close
whole,
with that?
like, with the
he said, I've been in there the whole time.
like you just
He's so animated.
Yeah, he's so animated, and like that's one thing that I noticed, like going down there this weekend. Like the more successful comedians I felt that were killing it were more animated, and I feel like that I need to do that myself, like just a little bit more
With your body language,
my body
stuff
language,
in your
like,
face.
instead of just like holding like a mic stand and just being up there all awkward.
Yeah, you got to have those little things that set you apart for sure.
Yeah, like I mean, like I said, I'm just getting my footing again, and like I feel I'm getting to the point. Like I've always done what I've done up there, like not be as animated, but I'm getting to the point where I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm starting to realize what other people are doing.
You can't care what people think. You're only going to those mics to practice.
Exactly.
To just get it off your breath.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you think that anybody cares about, like, let's just say you miss a pass at a football practice.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think anybody's going to talk about that? No, you're going to talk about missing when you can go to the game.
Right. Exactly.
So that's the way I'm looking at it now. Like,
yeah, you're just getting your reps in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's the best way to look at it.
And we've been doing some work. We really have. Like, and I
getting
feel
mics in for sure.
Being back this 4 or 5 months is like really, like, I've been in atrophy the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So I just need to get back at it. And
yeah, bro, you're there, bro. I've seen you have some pretty good sets at mics recently too, and you're a good writer, and you know what you need to work on, and you just keep doing it, dude. You're gonna get there. It takes a while. Everybody knows that. You know, but you've already got so much experience where, like, you actually got a pretty big advantage. And kind of like what I was talking about with Jarrell a couple weeks ago, Jarrell Beeman, he said this. He said, not everybody gets a good welcome. Like, not everybody has a welcome party when they come into comedy.
Right.
So, and I think he's meaning that as far as the Dayton scene, but I'm sure it's like that everywhere. Like, not everybody just starts giving you advice and letting you jump on shows. But if they do, and if they are, it's because they like you and they see that you have potential and you're a good writer and you could potentially be a stand-up.
yeah, just like shout out to OB. I want to shout out to OB. He's like, I want to give you some flowers, man. Like for like just coming out and doing my thing. And like I was like, that was unexpected as fuck. Like I never got the support that I did when I did it before in Dayton that I do now.
Yeah, we got a good scene, dude. It's strong. A lot of good guys, good writers out here.
And a lot of people are wanting to help each other. They're wanting to boost each other up. They're wanting, like, even if like they need help with something, like I see other comedians going out of their way to help them.
Yeah, like you'll see comics
not
help
necessarily just comic stuff, like just
help somebody move and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and like you never found that camaraderie, and like you'll never find that in Vegas. From when I went out there, like it's like everybody's competition here. But we're helping each other reach to the top, and then when we get to the top, then that's when you see like people that are slaughtering each other a little bit. Yeah. But like they're still bringing everybody up with them.
Every time a comic does good or goes and opens up for someone big or does an out of town show, that helps everybody on the scene, because not only does it help you build momentum, as in your own individual journey from seeing those people make these accomplishments, but it also it makes more people talk about the scene, and that buzz helps everyone. Like I'm standing by that fact. Like if someone's doing good, we're all doing good at the end of the day, you know.
Yeah, especially if we're like going into like another city, like where we're all coming in together. Like when me, you, and Jeff went to Columbus. Like, right. I felt like that we set a vibe for our city when we go and do something like that. Yeah. And I think that that's the confidence that I need. Like I mean, I know we went down to Memphis and I forgot, or not Memphis, no, Nashville, and I forgot everything. Yeah. On my set. Like I didn't do great.
You ran a little short.
No, it was only 4 minutes. I got the light.
Oh, you hit the light.
I hit the light, but like I went back to my notes and I was like, dude, I'm trying to do this without even touching my notes. Like I wanted to kill these guys like I did in Columbus. Like I thought I did really well in Columbus because I didn't really have my notes up there, I don't think.
No, you were just chilling, and I think you had done a couple of mics like the nights before too.
Yeah, so it's like I had a flow. Yeah. But like I missed my best jokes. Yeah. Like I even wrote a joke just for down there.
And you didn't say it.
And I didn't say it.
I wanted to talk about that hot chicken situation too. Like what the fuck was up with that, dude?
We didn't even get any.
We couldn't find it. It was a mystery. If anybody is listening to this in Nashville or you know about Nashville, where the fuck is the hot chicken? Where's the hot chicken?
Nobody knew. Like we're like, hey, where's the best hot chicken?
We asked 5 or 6 different groups of people, and everybody was like, I'm a vegan, or I'm not from here, or right.
We're from Michigan.
We're from Michigan.
That guy was like really proud. Yeah, that guy was really proud to. You're like, oh yeah, we're from Ohio too. So thanks for the help.
Yeah. He was like, "That's good. I didn't get to help those people from Ohio."
Yeah, exactly.
Like your fucking rivalry continues.
Exactly.
That's
I'm
good.
like, dude, I come in peace. I'm a Michigan fan.
Dude, what was that? What? I need you to go. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. No, I don't even give a shit. I'm only saying that as my brother, my middle brother, is a Michigan fan, and he was like one of those Michigan fans that was just a Michigan fan to be counterculture. You know, he's just like wants to do it because everybody else likes Ohio State, kind of. But
My cousin played for Michigan, so like when I
Okay.
first started getting into football, like I mean, like you really find like some people find it earlier, but like I'd say about middle school.
mm-hmm.
All right, we're back.
Is the screen good and everything?
Yeah, everything's great. So like I was going back to that, like you find your footing. The Browns had left Cleveland. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I did not know.
In the mid to late 90s.
Okay.
So they had left Cleveland and became what is known as the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay. Were they the Baltimore Browns at the time?
No.
They became the Ravens.
They became the Ravens.
So there was no team in Cleveland?
No team in Cleveland. 99 rolls through. They announced that the Browns are coming back.
They're coming back, or they're creating a
coming
new
back.
Browns?
It's a new Browns.
So the Baltimore Ravens,
The Baltimore
those players,
Ravens are the old Browns.
Okay, I did not know
And
that.
then in a couple years after that, they won a Super Bowl.
The Ravens did.
The Ravens did.
They couldn't do it as the Browns for whatever
They
reason.
could, because of the owners and shit like that. So in the mid to late 90s, I acquired a whole bunch of Brown stuff because I don't know, like I just acquired it because it was either on sale.
You were
or,
a fan, and you basically just started.
no, I wasn't. I wasn't a fan because there was no team. I just
Oh.
acquired a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay.
And then 2000 rolls by, and they come back, and I have all this Brown stuff. So I became a Browns fan that way.
So you
Because
did it by
we're
default.
Yeah, we're pretty much in South Ohio. So like the usual people, unless they're like the older generation before the Bengals came out, are Bengals fans. Like my grandpa, he said, I used to be a Browns fan.
Till they
but-
left.
Yeah, not till they left. But I'm a Bengals fan when they rolled through.
Okay.
So my papa's a diehard Bengals fan. My mom's a Bengals fan, who got married into a Dallas Cowboy fan. So she's now a Cowboys fan.
I didn't know you could marry into football teams.
That's the way. Like I mean, you got to support whoever you're with, pretty much. Like I
Right.
mean, so and then like I said, the older generation, my sister's husband, his grandpa, diehard Browns fan, diehard. That trickled down to his dad, and Cody is probably the biggest Browns fan I know. Like he knows every stat, every number, every play, pretty much, and like it's insane. Like,
Yeah.
like he does like these sports announcings and stuff like that, and like he'll study every player's number, everything that they do, and this, that, and the other. And
So do
and
you
he can-
think that like majority of people that are Browns fans, because they're they're definitely not underrated, but underdogs, right? Because they're
since
not,
they've came back,
yeah, they're the underdogs.
They've been underdogs. Like we haven't won any championships.
Do you think that's part of the appeal of the whole thing, though? It's like the fact that like they're the little guys,
But you
but
go-
low budget team, but they can come back.
Go back to the early days of football, the early days of NFL. The Browns were the most dominant team. Otto Graham took the Browns to 10 straight championships, won 7 of them.
Really?
This is before the Super Bowl era.
Oh, it was just like football championships.
So, yeah,
before
so football
Super Bowl.
championships, and everybody says, "Oh, those don't count because you didn't play as many teams, you didn't do this, you didn't do that." But a championship's a championship. Every
That'd
single
be like
person
saying
every single person that's in that
Yeah.
league, and anybody that was in the NFL that's in that league had the same opportunity.
Yeah, it's this. That'd be like that's silly. That'd be like saying that like Ken Shamrock or Hoist Gracie weren't real UFC fighters because it was like the rules had changed and the regulations had changed,
Exactly.
and they won at the time when it was like that.
That's
But
like them taking away the belts and giving them trophies.
Exactly.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Like they didn't like really like, but like in the early days of football, the Browns were the most dominant team, like one of the most dominant teams. So it's been a rough go since 2000 when I like actually hopped in it. I wasn't born into it like a lot of people were.
Right. Like you were saying, people marry into the teams and stuff like that.
I think everything was on sale, and my mom just bought it
Going out of business sale.
when the Browns just like left. So my mom's friend was a really big Browns fan, and she gave me some of her old stuff. So after that, like, I'm pretty sure she like went to TJ Maxx and seen like all this Brown stuff and just loaded me up, knowing that me not knowing that there wasn't a team.
Oh, you didn't even know because you were just a kid.
Just a kid, just wearing Brown stuff. And
oh my God, it's so funny.
And then when the 2000 rolled on, I just was along for the ride. So
ever since then, huh?
Yeah.
20 years later, you're like, yeah, I'm still a fucking fan.
It's been rough. It's been rough, and it's looking awful rough.
Did you hear that feedback? I think that might have been what it was last time. I didn't have the same vape, but listen.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. It's the battery.
It's the fucking vape. Better get too close
Yeah.
to the mic.
Battery.
Sorry at home, guys. It wasn't like overpowering or anything, but I definitely heard some feedback in the last episode, and I was wondering what it was.
Yeah, it wasn't John. You were blaming John for all your problems.
Yeah, I do that cord away,
Big John.
too. Hey, Little John?
Big John.
Little John? If anybody's seen the new Halloween movie, they know what we're talking about right now, which I thought was just a fucking gore fest. Let me be honest. Jamie Lee Curtis looked like a leather-bound scarecrow that hadn't seen that much blood since menopause. That's to be honest. It was just a fucking gore fest. It was cool for a little bit because I was like, oh, these are like the first movies, and I can kind of follow it. Even though I'm not a huge fan of the anthology, I could kind of follow it, and I dug the whole like flashbacks. But it just got to a point where it got so hectic and hard to follow. I was just like, I got to take a piss.
It got really,
like 3 times.
It really got on my nerves.
I just went out to check my Facebook.
Because I really dug the one that they did a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Like I really.
And this was a follow up to that. I hadn't seen that one. That's why I didn't.
Oh,
really
you didn't
understand.
even see that one.
I didn't even see that one.
It made 0 sense to me. Like, I mean, when this comes out,
so you know that you follow the story and it didn't even make sense to you.
I've seen every single one multiple times.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a huge Michael Myers fan. Like, I'm like a huge Halloween fan, huge John Carpenter fan.
I liked the Rob Zombie ones. Those are the last ones that I got into.
I like the first one. The second one really
over the top gore, and
it was over top gore,
low budget,
and it was kind of like this one. It made 0 sense.
I know when they escaped from the hospital and all that shit.
Yeah,
it seemed like he was just had a deal with the studios, and he had to put something out.
But
that's what it felt.
If you look at Rob Zombie has a cut where he combined both of the films and made it way better,
and it makes sense.
It makes sense. They cut the white horse and the little Michael coming in and stuff like that.
So weird.
That was weird. But this one, like, it just, I don't know. It just did not feel like it felt like a B-list movie with like A quality
production.
stuff. A quality production.
The production was there, but all the actors were definitely
like the acting wasn't that great.
I know. I also didn't think any of it made sense as far as him murdering large groups of people, which was the first time that's ever happened, right? Usually he's a solo person or he kills a couple people at a time.
And let's be real, a bunch of firemen aren't going to get bested by
no way.
Anything.
They just stood there.
Yeah, they just stood there. Like, nobody's going to stand there and just take, like...
It wasn't realistic for me. It's like if you're a gore fan and if that's what you want, it had that.
That was a good aspect of it. Like, that was like...
I could never unsee that dude that fell off the building. It was fucking disgusting. I've been thinking about it all day.
Spoiler alert. We should have a spoiler alert before.
This is a spoiler alert right now. Somebody falls off a fucking building and it's disgusting. I was like, this is what I was doing for half the movie. I was just like staring at the bottom corner of the screen so that the gore was only in my peripheral. I didn't want to look like a pussy and like cover my eyes, but it was like so over the top gory. I was like, this is fucking gross.
It really was. Like, yeah, like it...
I can't watch shit like that anymore. I was too happy.
It doesn't bother me. Like, it doesn't bother me at all, but like, it's just...
I'll tell you why it bothers me. Because when I was a kid, my stepdad used to make me watch fucking Faces of Death. And like,
oh, yeah, you told me about this like, when we were down there.
Yeah, I don't really talk about it because it's fucking gross. And he used to just have the shit playing in the living room TV. I'm like walking by to get a snack, and I see some guy shoot himself in the face. Like, or like, they had like videos like early Taliban people like executing people and shit. And he used to watch that shit in my house. And like, so I'm just weird about death, dude. I don't love it. Like I wanted to see the Michael Myers film because it was iconic, and I thought I could get a good salacious take on Jamie Lee Curtis's skin looking better than that mask, or that mask looking better than her skin is what I meant. But that's the only thing that I really took away from it.
But like it was just such a letdown because it was delayed a year because of COVID. Or am I allowed to say it like that?
It's all right. I don't know. Yeah, I think we should be careful though. We don't have enough. We don't have enough viewers maybe to where they'll take us down. But I think that you're not supposed to say it. Just because it could get,
I don't think it's. I think it's for medical advice, but
right, which we're not giving people.
Yeah, we are not giving any medical advice
whatsoever.
I will not use the C word ever again.
Cunt.
Yeah, but like it just, I don't know. I was just really disappointed.
Yeah,
and
you're a
waiting
big fan.
a year.
That's what
I'm a huge fan.
Like somebody who actually likes
Michael
it.
Myers stuff all over my house.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just that. And it was such a bummer. I mean, I gotta wait like down the line and see if there's going to be like director cuts and stuff that actually make it make sense. Because like sometimes the theatrical version is ass of some movies, like especially slashers like that.
I will say that Michael McDonald made it funny and it was a good little comic relief.
Yeah.
With him and that dude.
You and John Morris.
Yeah, me and John Morris. It's super silly and funny, and like kind of actually made it enjoyable for a couple of minutes. And if you notice, it didn't show him dying. He was one of the only characters that like it just showed his body after. Did you notice that there was a cutaway? And like I feel like that's how I'd be. Like if I'm gonna be. If I ever get hired to be in a murder flick, I'm gonna be like, just do the cut. I don't want my kids seeing me get stabbed up. Like it's like do the cutaway and then show my body.
Well, I was like, what I was wanting it to be was like the whole town just like going through the streets looking for him, and he was just like hiding in like different houses and stuff, and
like Oscar the Grouch in a trash can,
and like like it, or just like I don't know, like. Just I don't know. Just didn't have a Halloween film I didn't. The only time I jumped was at the beginning.
Yeah.
When he grabbed up the cop.
Yeah, when they had like the retroactive feel and it did this call back to the 70s.
Yeah.
I thought that I wish the movie would have just stayed like that. I would have rather it not made sense in a time period where things didn't make sense to me because that's foreign, so I can get more into it and kind of dive into the universe than like. What happened? Just the chain of events is just not. It was off.
One thing that like really tripped me out is how come more than one person didn't have a gun?
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, and that's a small little white hillbilly town. Like,
I wouldn't call it hillbilly, but like
it wasn't super liberal.
But like it would like.
Those are gun owning people.
Especially what happened in that town. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody should be packing.
If anybody has a history of something in their town that something bad happened, that even the older folks are like, we're loading up.
Right. And why were all those people at the goddamn hospital? Why didn't they go all out, like you've said, and walk through the streets?
Because they thought
that
they were coming out. He was coming after her.
Right. Which makes sense.
Which came back to. It not even him not even caring about that, which makes zero sense. Like there has to be, like I mean they're trying to make it mysterious again, but like just make him have a motive.
Yeah, they added lore to it too much. To me, this is what I wanted. I wanted it to be like a conclusion of some kind where you're like, okay, they finally fucking got him, and now Jamie Lee Curtis can rest. But instead, they made it to where it can continue, and it's almost like
they had already announced that
there
was going to be Halloween Ends before this one even came out in theaters, because they were already working on production of it. Like I think they're done wrapping filming already because of the delay from this one.
Okay.
Because this was supposed to come out last year, and they're probably done with filming, but they're putting it in production.
Yeah,
and it's probably going to come out next year.
Yeah,
I believe that's what they said it was.
It was a fucking brutal bloodbath.
But Michael is in his 60s.
Yeah, very strong, very strong, picking up firefighters and taking saws from them and cutting them in half.
They're trying to.
So evil. If evil does that, I should be super strong by now. She was like, the evil fills him. It's like, what do you? Stop it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jamie needed money, I think. She was like, come on, we're going to get the whole
No, that's the
old
reason why she
cast
said she
back
went
together.
back was because of check.
Yeah, she needed the money. That's
So,
it.
like, I mean, I think they're already done with the other movie. So it really doesn't matter what we think of this one.
Because it's going to get done anyway.
Because it's already done.
Yeah.
Like,
so
and it did really well in the box office. Just the opening weekend, it did $50 million.
The one we just saw?
Yeah.
So they already made their money back. They could give a fuck less what people think at this point.
Let's see what the budget was for that real quick.
I bet they had to make something on it. I'm going to guess. I'm going to say they had a $10 million budget. I'm going to say $10 million. For a horror film, maybe 10.
Oh, no, it's definitely more than that. They had, like, you got to think they had all those actors that...
A lot of those people don't really do shit anymore, though.
Yeah, but
like older actors or people that were the actual kids.
To get them back in to doing something, like, you usually have to cut them a check.
Yeah. To me, this is what I'll tell you what. This is a salacious little take. We saw the trailer for the new Scream movie that comes out in January, and it seemed like they had the same plot. And then so the plot to the new Scream is there's a killer, and he's coming after all the descendants of the people who survived the original Scream series. And that's kind of what was going on in the Michael Myers movie. And then at the end, they were like, no, we're taking that back. Take backsies. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, it seemed like he was going after those same people, and the movie was set up in a way to where you thought that that's who was going to die and that he was after the survivors. Am I right?
Right.
And then Scream had the same exact plot on their new movie. So at the end of Halloween, they were like, that's actually not how it ends. Gotcha.
They had a budget of $20 million on that.
20 million. So they made $30 million the first weekend.
Which is not, like, I mean, you got to look at it like as a horror movie. That's really well.
That's high.
No, like that's a huge budget for a horror movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, there wasn't really like, I mean, there was some actors that were from the original one, and he ends up just, spoiler alert, killing every single one that he didn't kill the last time that he was in town.
Right. For the whole fucking 40 years or whatever.
And I don't know, it just.
I think that the one chick, she looks like Gwyneth Paltrow, but the one that plays Jamie Lee Curtis's daughter, she's a fairly popular actress. What is her name? You want to look it up?
Judy Greer.
Judy Greer. I've seen her in a lot of great films.
Yeah.
She's probably a pretty high-paying actress. I'm sure Jamie Million. Do you want to see how much money they gave her for that?
I don't know if that's up for grabs. I think that's a personal thing.
They won't tell you how much they made, you think?
No.
Usually that's like public info.
Sometimes it is. Like it depends on if there's a contract or something like that. I don't see anything on here with what they had made.
Okay. It's a fan on your computer is all it is.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what's going on?
I can hear that back. Hopefully people can't hear it at home. It's loud,
it's not my computer.
No? I hear like
furnace.
Oh, my furnace?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a furnace.
There's some electrical feedback in here.
Yeah, but especially the ending that it had, it ended up killing the mom.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but let me see if it has.
You can get the IMDb of the movie.
Andy Matichak, the granddaughter on it.
Yeah.
Smoke show.
Did she die too?
No, she didn't die.
She was a survivor.
No,
she survived to the end.
So I think it's going to be her and
Jamie.
Yeah, it's saying that Halloween Ends comes out in 2022. So
they'll let this hit the Amazon rental space for a while after it comes out. They're going to make their maximum profits off of it. Sell it in every way possible before they release that new.
But like, dude, I'm such a big fan of Halloween films. Like, I'm on a Facebook page for John Carpenter movies and Halloween movies.
Oh, you have a mural of him in your fucking living room.
I only have the one painting, but like, I mean, it's just like they're blowing this movie up like it was something good. Like, people who have it like sat through and like actually watched all these movies multiple times. Like, the real fans are like, yeah, well, we're just having fun. Like, I tried to have fun with it, but I had so much expectations for it.
Yeah.
So
I'm more on the opposite. If you think about that, like I'm someone who's not a big fan of horror, not even a big fan of the series. I was just like iconically, I was looking for jokes. That's what I always do. Like whatever experience I have, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try to make a joke out of this. So that's just my comic brain trying to go into something new. But for me, outside looking in, I felt the same way as you. It was just the plot didn't make a lot of sense. They could have had a better cast. It was over the top gore that wasn't very realistic, and a lot of people that died, they just, I don't know. Just to me, maybe that's me looking at it more critically now that I'm adult, because I watched a lot of horror when I was younger. But like as an adult, maybe I'm like, I would never stand with my back to that fucking door, But
Right.
I guess they have to die, and right? It's a part of the magic of the whole thing is like people being stupid for 30 seconds and getting snatched up. Like we all get caught slipping, and I don't know. Maybe a part of me is scared that I might get caught slipping, so I'm like being defensive.
right.
I guess.
But like, I don't know. You just have like the granddaughter. She
Did you
is
say
20
smoke show?
She's a smoke show, but she's like 27, playing like a teenager.
What is her name?
Andy Matichik, or Matichak. Matichak. I don't know. I am butchering that name.
Maicia?
No. Matichak.
I spelled it wrong. There it is, actually. Smoke show. So that's who played Jamie Curtis's daughter.
That's the granddaughter.
Oh,
That's all three of them right there.
Oh yeah, that's him in the film. Yep, and that's the mother. She's definitely a smoke show, dude. So she's gonna be in the next one too, huh?
Yeah.
Since she survived. Mommy is not. Spoiler alert. Judy Greer does die. That's the last person who actually dies.
Dude, like that whole ending just
Made no sense.
absolute ass.
No fucking sense whatsoever.
So
But yeah, overall, dude. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry if I just blew your fucking eardrums with my lung.
oh, you're good. It didn't catch that hard.
Okay. But yeah, overall though, I had a pretty fun weekend, dude. I'm glad you came along with me. It was cool doing the shows that we did, and also seeing a show and checking out the movie. Oh yeah, the funniest part about the whole thing though was yesterday was Sweetest Day, and I was on the road with you doing comedy, and my girlfriend texted me like, "Oh yeah, I see that you're at the movies with your friend on Sweetest Day," and then I thought and I didn't know the whole time.
You didn't tell me.
Well, I didn't know. She didn't text me that till after. So the whole time we're at the movie, I'm not thinking about that whatsoever, right? Like that thought doesn't even cross my mind. I don't know that it's Sweetest Day. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just like, I got a comedy show tonight. We got to go from Nashville to Louisville. Like, all right, I got all this stuff on my mind. And then so after she texted me that, I'm like, oh my God, everyone at the fucking movies thought we were just two big gay bros coming to see Halloween to hold hands. You know what I mean? Like they were like, "Oh, you guys only getting one popcorn."
All right, Little John.
All right, Little John and Big John. Dude, yeah. Anybody who's seen it is like thinking like that's us.
Yeah.
Like it's hilarious. Like everyone there must have thought we were total fucking big gay bros. So fucking funny, dude. Kind of killed it for me that we saw the two Johns and then we were the two Johns. Turned out
I think it's you and John Morris though, because the names match up and everything.
we're like a married couple too. We don't.
Yeah,
we
you
don't
guys
agree
argue
on
like
anything.
a married couple.
We don't agree on anything except for good jokes. That's it. Oh man, I love John. Funny guy. That yeah. Hopefully that episode with him and Nick does well because I think that was super funny. That will be out before this. This won't be out for like 2 or 3 weeks. Something like that, because we have two.
So like, if you haven't seen Halloween by then
Yeah, if you haven't seen it by then, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
If I spoil it for you fucking a month after opening weekend, you probably shouldn't. You need to watch it on Peacock anyway, you fucking peasant.
It's only $5 a month.
Yeah, you can handle that, right?
Right.
Oh, that's good though, dude.
I'm about to go home and rewatch it, just to piss myself off and even more.
You might catch something that you didn't see, or maybe make more sense of it. But yeah, I couldn't watch it again just because the fucking gore was too over the top. I want to think happy thoughts. I just that shit
You're gonna
irks me.
You're gonna start like picturing faces of death before you go to bed tonight.
I already do. I've been like I told you, dude. I can't unsee that dude's fucking body smashed apart everywhere. It was the most fucking horrific thing, and it's so realistic because I've seen that shit on TV before. It like looks just like that, and I was like, "This is."
I bet you a good. I bet you a good $500,000 of the budget went into.
Oh yeah, like blood, gore, that scene in general.
That whole side story made 0 sense.
It made no fucking sense at all.
0 sense, and I guarantee you that just that scene.
It's for the sake of gore and gore alone. That's what that scene was for, bro. That was it. There was no fucking method to it. That dude did not need to jump. It made
that guy didn't need to die. They
didn't even kill Michael Myers when they surrounded him. Why would they have killed it? You know what I mean? Like, why would they kill the fucking crazy dude?
I don't know.
It was gore for the sake of fucking gore, dude. It was just gross. It was just gross. I was not into it at all. Hopefully we get a good clip out of this. Just me being fucking grossed out by that nasty. It was everywhere. It was just everywhere. And also let's folks don't know at home, but Zach was like, we should do it in like the IMAX fucking 3D, like fucking what was it called?
It's the XD.
XD is the best you can do with those chairs. Incredible.
Fantastic.
I've never been to a movie where I got to sit in a recliner. It was incredible. I love that part of it. And sharing the popcorn with you a couple of times, our hands kind of touched, and I was like, "This is a good day. This is the best, sweetest day ever." No, but
thanks, Big John.
No problem, Little John. But other than that, dude, I was just like, oh fuck, man. It was just, yeah, I was not a fan. I would say 2 out of 5 stars all day.
I would have to go there. Like, I mean, for horror's sake, it was gory.
Mm-hmm.
People just like to watch them just for that.
Some people just like that. Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like the original one had little to no blood.
Okay.
So like, I know times have changed.
Does
and
that?
stuff,
I was gonna
but,
say,
like,
does that say something about us as a culture now?
I don't know though. But like I said, the original one had little to no blood, and it was just as terrifying.
Yeah.
Like your first time watching Halloween, 1978.
Mm-hmm.
Terrifying.
Like those first-person views, like looking through the dark hallway for him and shit.
And yeah, I was watching Netflix, and they have the movies that made us.
Mm-hmm.
They just released all
It's a great series.
They just released all the horror movies.
Oh, I didn't see that. I've been on Netflix.
Those
in a
scenes
while.
where they're doing the first person, they can only do 4-minute shots, so they had to get it
perfect.
So
Yeah.
like, I mean, like just like, I don't know. It's just that you look at technology the way that stuff is now. You probably could have saved so much money just going back like to its roots and doing it like that. Like, I mean, like it was more like I feel like it was more like one of the 80s campy horror films than like a serious or not like a serious slasher.
It wasn't a mind. Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Which I could have appreciated. As that's what I thought we were going to see. I thought we were going to see something that was going to be like suspenseful, a good plot, and I was like, I can put the gore aside for a good film. For 90 minutes, I can be like, all right, I'll watch a couple people get stabbed up just for a good story.
But that's what I'm saying though.
They
Like,
didn't have a good plot.
And like, I don't know. It just. No boobs either.
No, not one boob.
Not one boob.
Yeah. All that $20 million. No.
$20 million, and you couldn't just give us a boob.
That's
just
another
one.
That's another thing that like was a staple of horror films. You know, when we were kids, like Jason and all that shit.
Well,
Freddy. It's like you wanted to see.
The 2018 one didn't
It was
have
nerds.
any.
It was boobs for nerds. You know.
The 2018 one didn't have any either. I'm like, I can respect that if it was a good film. It had a good plot.
Yeah. Is that's not the Rob Zombie version came out in like 2014, right?
No, that was like I think it was 07
Oh, it was
and
that long
09.
ago? That long ago.
Yeah.
And he remade the original one, right?
Yeah,
Which
where
I enjoyed.
Where it went through Michael Myers' background as
he was
a
kid,
child.
which I thought it was fucking pretty gross. Like the first couple scenes when he killed the dude with the bat, the sister's boyfriend and shit.
Yeah.
That was probably the worst part about it, though. Other than that, the kills weren't too crazy.
Like,
it was
that's
a
what
pretty
I'm
good
saying,
story.
though. Like, everybody shits on the second one that he did. It wasn't good.
Yeah, I didn't like it
wasn't
either.
good, but he combined the extended cut for both of his films, pretty much jammed it into like a 3-hour thing, like saying, this was my vision.
Yeah, but the studios wouldn't let him put it out.
Exactly. And that's what I hope happens with this film. That there's deleted scenes out there. Because there's too many subplots with this movie.
I know. Like,
bro. They wanted to go to the backgrounds, do callbacks to every single person in that movie, and you only got 2 hours to entertain me.
Right. It was.
I don't give a shit.
My mind was racing trying to figure out where we were going next.
I don't give a shit what the nurse that
didn't die 30 years ago.
That didn't die 40 years ago. Yeah, 40 years ago is doing now.
Yeah.
I didn't give a shit about that.
I didn't care either.
Just have him have like a plot of like do like if I could rewrite that movie, it would literally be like, okay, we're not taking this shit anymore. I could see the town getting together. They do a witch hunt.
Yeah. And
he gets away.
Or he gets away.
He does
so
some
that
killing.
they can make the end.
He does some killing and then he gets away.
Yeah.
Like you look back at or even doing a callback to Halloween 4.
Okay.
In Halloween 4, like from a timeline that it doesn't even matter. Callbacks like this, the town and the sheriffs all got together and seen him, blasted him away. He goes into a hole. Everything collapses on him. There's another side to the hole.
He gets out.
So, like, something like that, like a callback like that,
yeah,
that would have made way more sense
than anything that happened.
Anything that happened in that
Do you
movie.
even know how it ended? Because I don't. I literally was so confused.
It literally just shows them in the Myers, or that lady in the Myers house.
Dying, and then that's the last cut.
Yeah, that was it. Because he just got done murdering the whole town.
Right. Yeah, there was no one left to fucking kill.
I think there was like something like 40 kills in that movie.
No shit.
Which is like a like a slasher record or something like
every
that.
couple minutes, yeah. It was a fucking murder. It's hard to watch.
Yeah, but this is turning into the Halloween review. But I mean, like
it kind of was, yeah.
But like,
whatever.
I mean,
this would make good for social media clips.
Right. So
people are liking it, right? It's got good reviews. Yeah. I'm trashing it. Fuck them.
No, but it's like the critics. This is the first time I'm siding with them for the horror movie.
Yeah.
They're giving it like a 4 out of 10, which is what I'd give it.
I would say the same thing, which is on par with 2 out of 5. 4 out of 10 all day.
Usually like 4 out of okay, so like when critics give something, like when critics give a horror movie a high rating, it's usually shit. It's usually a shitty horror movie.
Yeah.
You want to get in the sweet spot between 6, I'd say 5.5 and 7.5 is usually the best horror films for like at least me. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm looking at like horror films to watch on Netflix or Prime or something like that, I'm looking for that 2.5, 3.5 stars.
It's like not too popular, but enough people that are fans of horror saw it and dug it.
Because you don't know what kind of Karen
in
gets on there and be like, "Oh, this is disgusting. I'm giving this 1 star."
Right, and then she gathers her friends up to go fucking give it a bad review.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can see that.
So like that's what like I don't know. It just it was very disappointing, but I hope that when they release it, there's a cut out there that's better, just like they did with just for instance, like The Curse of Michael Myers.
Yeah,
not that great of a film, but they did the director's cut and the producer's cut and stuff like that. A lot better.
Yeah.
Well, it's still not a great film.
But they stretched the plot out a little bit and
They just made it better, and like I think that there's so much fat that they could trim off that they could literally make it an hour.
Yeah.
And do what they did and not give all the side things and just be like, and just say their names. Like, and if they're really truly a fan, then they'll be like, oh, that's that person. Oh, that's that person.
Exactly.
You don't have to flash back to like, oh, that's the nurse. And
how many
this
flashbacks
is what he did.
Do you think maybe 10?
This is what he did to her that night.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
I didn't care either. It got to a point where I was like, if you do this once or twice, cool.
It's like,
but this is the plot to Scream. Right? That's why that was my biggest complaint.
I think, and Nev Campbell's still hot.
Yeah. Oh, dude, even Courtney Cox was a smoke show in the trailer. And also her and David Arquette not married anymore, both in the same film. How weird is that?
Money.
I know it's money, but you know what I mean? Imagine how that is for either whoever it really ended it and David Arquette's not doing so well. I don't know if you know that.
Did you see the
documentary?
You Can't Kill David Arquette?
Yeah, I bet you could. I bet if you pushed us down a good flight of stairs, that motherfucker's done.
Can't kill David Arquette. I bet you could.
He's not doing well. Not healthy at all.
Like, I think that's what the movie's called, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. You can't kill David Arquette. And it has him like wrestling and shit. And he's got like, he has like a new, younger, hotter Courtney Cox. That's all it is. Like he traded her in for another model.
Yeah,
but she looks so much like her.
I think that whole...
He probably can't date girls that don't look like her now.
That whole thing is, I'd say, a midlife crisis film.
Yeah, basically.
And he's like, I'm a divorce. Fuck you. I'm banging the younger chicks and I'm wrestling.
Yeah.
Like,
basically. I think a lot of it, he's just doing it just to do something before he fucking kind of eases into those final years.
Yeah, let's look this up.
How old is he? He's probably like 50?
Can't kill David Arquette. Yeah, I'm wrestling.
Yeah, he was getting hurt.
He was getting fucked up. I remember watching that.
That was funny though. Like I think that
it doesn't have
that was one of those.
It doesn't
movies,
have
a trailer.
No, budget.
How much was the budget?
No, it doesn't have one on Wikipedia.
Oh, it doesn't show you. I think it was probably like independent. It was probably an independent film where they just made it and then sold it. A lot of movies are like that, and a lot of people are doing that with their specials too. Like they'll just make it instead of being like, "Oh, let me wait for a studio to give me $1 million." They just fund it themselves, and then if they don't buy it, they're just fucking putting them on YouTube.
I'm gonna try to find it on IMDb because I'm curious because it had like really good. Yeah, it had really good picture. You know what? Screw it. I mean, David Arquette did his thing.
He did his thing, and he's in the new Scream. He's back as Doofy.
IMDb rating is 7.2
for
You Can't Kill David Arquette.
No shit.
Yeah.
So it was pretty popular.
It wasn't.
It was
bad.
a little resurgence, and I'm sure he needed the money.
Let's see what.
I wonder if he still gets checks for the first Scream.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Like he can, even if he.
Are those streaming anywhere?
You Can't Kill David Arquette.
No, the Scream series.
Screams.
I don't think I've ever seen it on Netflix or anything, but I guarantee.
I think it's on Netflix. I think the original one is.
Okay.
Halloween Kills got a 6.1 on IMDb, but like Rotten Tomatoes and stuff like that, we're giving it like a 4 out of 10, which is right around where I'd give it. I think a lot of the IMDb ratings and in the later ratings after the people have seen it are just to go with the flow of like people, like so that they won't be like, oh, I'm never going to this place for information again.
Yeah, some of it's biased.
Yeah,
for sure. I would say that, but I think I'm more excited to see the Scream film now because that's a slasher I can get into. Like I was such a fan of the first one with it was Skeet Ulrich and Matthew Lillard with the Killers, right?
Yeah. Such
a good cast. Nev Campbell, you got the chick that used to date Marilyn Manson was in it too. I don't know her name. It's the girl who dies in the garage door.
Oh, Rose McGowan.
Rose McGowan. She was with Marilyn Manson for a long time. Yeah, there's a good cast.
Can we talk about how great of an actor Matthew Lillard is?
Dude, when he fucking makes the dribble come out of his chin when he cries, like, and even SLC Punk.
SLC Punk is
such a good film, dude.
All right, so if you haven't seen SLC Punk, and
it will make you cry.
But I'm just saying, if you haven't cried during a movie,
yeah,
that scene alone, like. I want to tear up just thinking about it.
I put it at the equivalent of like our generation's Lassie getting shot, like legit.
Or Old Yeller.
Old Yeller, is that Old Yeller? I said
Yeller.
Lassie. I'll fucking kill Lassie too. I don't give a fuck.
But for real, man, like
Peter's gonna be after me.
But for real, like it was like I don't know, like. He's just so good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how can you make yourself do that?
Such range. He's funny. He's got like some dark traits to him.
And then he goes and turns around and Shaggy and Scooby Doo, and then like does funny stuff with like Without a Paddle. And then,
yeah, what's he up to now? I wonder if he's got any projects or anything coming out. Shout out Matthew Lillard. He's a great actor for us. Like as we were like teenagers, when he was really popping and going into our adulthood. So he was one of those people that like. Really made a big impact because he was in so many films. And like you said, dude, when he cries, it's just like, it's really realistic.
Well, he brought Shaggy to life, man. Like,
yeah, for sure. Zoinks! Oh, Scoop!
see what he's known for.
Freddie Prinze Jr. played Fred too, huh?
Yeah.
That was pretty interesting. And then who is Daphne? I don't know who Daphne.
He's doing voiceovers.
What for what? Cartoons?
For cartoons like Robot Chicken and like he does do.
So he's still
Scooby-Doo.
working in the business. What is it? He does Scooby Doo.
Yeah, he does Shaggy.
The voice for it now?
I want to go to see what actor he's. Yeah, because it said 2021 he is doing.
Oh, they're remaking the Scoobs then, and he's doing the voice.
Yeah, he's like doing like different voices. Like
Isn't that crazy that he plays?
Scooby-Doo and Guess Who TV series.
He played an actual real person that was Scooby Doo, and he was the first person to do
But
it.
The
And
first
it
person
made such a big
What
impact.
was it? Casey
Casey
Kasem played
Yeah.
the first Shaggy and
the voice of him though.
Yeah.
But what I mean is like Matthew Lillard's performance was so powerful that he played an iconic character that he watched Casey Kasem play as a kid in a cartoon, and his performance was so powerful that now he is the voice of the cartoon as well after he does a real life version of it. I mean, that's full circle. That's fucking awesome.
he's doing stuff for Robot Chicken.
So he's like with the Adult Swim people and that.
Yeah,
that network.
he's doing stuff with Robot Chicken. He's in that He's All That movie that just came out not too long ago.
Oh, he just did a new movie.
Yeah, it's
Chick flick?
he's just like a principal in that.
Okay.
He's in Good Girls. Bosch, like he's still doing stuff.
Yeah, he's still acting.
Yeah, he's still doing stuff.
Yeah, man, he's a great actor for sure. I would definitely put him up there with some of the better actors from our generation, our childhood. Scream was good, and then they continued to be good too. You know, like the second and third one were pretty dope too. But yeah,
You want to wrap this up?
we can wrap this up.
Yeah, because you said
Gotta-
you had to pee.
I do gotta pee.
I have to go do some stuff myself.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you guys watching this. This was a cool episode. Zach and I just wanted to make like something different and talk about our weekend on the road and going to do some cool shit. Subscribe to this podcast. Support. It helps. Soon enough, we'll have our Patreon and our website live, and you guys will be able to, actually support us financially so that I can quit my job and you guys can listen to me do this every fucking day. That'd be fun for no one. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. It'd be fun for everyone. It would be a good thing. Thank you so much for supporting the show. I'm glad you guys are watching. I'm glad you guys are subscribing and sharing this with your friends, as it means the world to me. And thanks for... I keep saying thanks, but thank you, Zach. I just want to say, buddy, how crucial you are to this podcast, and I think that's why I wanted to do this episode today, just to publicly tell you, how much I appreciate you helping me out with this show.
I appreciate that.
You definitely are a big help, bro, and it makes a lot of sense to have you as my guy behind the camera here. So it all worked out.
I'll try to lose weight, and then it will be better.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a third camera, and we'll let Zach be on camera after he loses a little bit of weight. But for right now, it's not possible. So you guys subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much.